Wait. Wait. No. I am not ready for this. No one is ready for what just happened. Like, this literally changes the entire history of Pokemon as we know it. It's impossible. What just happened is impossible, but it happened, and it's unbelievable. Like, so, we have the Spaceworld 1997 demo of Pokemon Gold. It is a playable ROM. It is being data mined, and somehow some people got their hands on this. This is known as the Lost Demo. This is known as the Lost Pokemon game because it has information that was only seen once ever, and that was at the demo itself. And it played, and that was it. Because, like, you might have seen, you know, a couple of silly things. Like, a lot of these, so right now, I'm on the Bulbapedia article for list of unused Pokemon designs. Now, you might notice some of these from popular YouTube videos, like top 10 beta Pokemon and stuff like that. And this might be something that's been getting a lot more traction that people are fairly familiar with recently. But this is why it's so significant. The Pokemon Gold and Silver beta, that's effectively what this is. This is the playable beta of Pokemon Gold and Silver. That was the tech demo, but then there was delays, and there's all kinds of other crazy things that happened with Gold and Silver, which is like a history video on its own. That's where you might have seen something about a two-headed giraffe rig. And they data mined it, guys. They data mined it, and it's all there. It's all there, and it blows my mind. So, hey, look at our buddy. Look at our little two-headed buddy giraffe rig over there. It's right above my head. It's real, and they found it inside the game. Because it's like, this is crazy enough on its own. Like, when you take this, they somehow, like, this is it. The demo was leaked regardless. Circumstances I can't control from the start, so that's unfortunate. But a bit of a formal announcement. We have a well-known demo on our hands, documentation is in progress, and a release is planned in 1 month with a full English translation patch. Since it leaked early, I guess I'll share these now. Had been planning on compiling a bunch of Gen 1-2 styled artwork for the scheduled release. So, I mean, these are the sprites. This is inside the tech demo. These are never-before-seen Pokemon. This is a never-before-seen look at what Gold and Silver was supposed to be, at what Pokemon the franchise was heading in a direction never before seen, never before known, dead, buried, lost in time as the tech demo. Like, just the discovery of tech demo is insane because there's so few images. There's so little existence of what was inside. And these changes are known, they can be seen, and now people are playing it. And people are downloading it, and they're playing it, and that's the crazy thing. So then this also kind of works into some of the other things. You might have seen other alpha and Pokemon beta designs, and we know very little about things. We have this right here. This was actually a magazine, because these were Pokemon concepts that were making it. This is the direction that the second generation was heading into, and it just vanished. Like, it feels like more was lost, or more was changed about the second generation than ended up actually happening. And I think now with the build-up, like, the weird thing is, I don't know how to describe it if you haven't been exposed to it before. Like, this is one of those things that if you've watched one of those videos, if you've spent some time on Bulbapedia, if you understand the tech demo, the beta, all these Pokemon things, then it kind of works out. But how do you respond to this? And the thing is, people, they're doing digging, they're doing work, they're looking at this, they're breaking it down, and it shows to have so many things we wouldn't believe ever before. So there's our little Hoppip sprite right there. So the black Hoppip from the... Dude, that is freaky. Dude, look at Giraffe Rig's head. The other one's just staring straight at you. That's actually really cool. I like that design. Do I like it more? Because it also goes with the name. The name is a palindrome. Same backwards and forwards. And for some reason I changed it, but I think that's really neat. We have a baby Meowth, I think. Like, this goes into like some kind of other cat looking thing, but I think, yeah, that has to be baby Meowth. So we are finding baby Pokemon of other existing Pokemon. Baby Ponyta. That the whole baby evolution thing, the whole, like, these pre-evolutions, it was supposed to happen for a lot more Generation 1 Pokemon. There's also a lot of Pokemon designs that just never happen. We have a shark that has an anchor attached to its tail. We have this crazy lamprey looking thing. Actually, wait a second. This is the entire Gen 2 Pokedex, I think. So that means the Pokemon that aren't here, or that ended up becoming Gen 2, ended up becoming Gen 2, and then the other ones were scrapped in place of it. Like, look at Slowking. I guess they wanted to have Shelter evolve without Slowbro, and then they decided to just turn it into like a Slowking kind of idea. Phanpy looked a lot different. Quagsire had, like, there was either subtle changes or huge changes. Look at Pichu. Pichu actually looks more like the original design that was like based off of that dessert for Pikachu within that Gorochu interview and stuff like that. We have a pre-evolution Tangela, pre-evolution of Vulpix that looks absolutely adorable. pre-evolution to Growlithe, potentially, just a new puppy-looking Pokemon. That's what Hitmontop ended up being based off of. So Tyrogue was more punchy, weird-looking little guy right there. Octillery was more an artillery, kind of had like that war helmet going on. This is unbelievable. And this is inside the game. And it looks like is that what Heracross is supposed to be? Some of these are crazy, some of these are cooler. Look at that witch's hat on the Murkrow. I mean, I want to just do a breakdown of all these individually, so I don't want to like go through it overall, but I wanted to get this information out there because that's what's happening right now. And I mean, you can go on 4chan and the links, the posts, there's so much happening and people are playing the game and they're understanding what's going on. Like, here we go. Here's a huge list of stuff. So, Girafarig was supposed to be Dark Normal. I don't know if that information ever came out or not. But, I mean, if you look at the design, it makes sense. Umbreon was meant to be a Poison type? Explains the Dex entry. Wait, is this, like, Umbreon's real Dex entry? Or is this actually the Dex entry that they have inside that game? Because if they have a different Dex entry, that's a whole nother layer of this data mine. But that's one of the pictures I saw on 4chan. It's like, oh, we have the Dex now. So we're starting to leak all the new Dex information, which is... This is what I mean. This changes everything about Pokemon. This is the alternate timeline. This is the impossibility that just kind of happened. Ladian was meant to have a star-shaped pattern on its body, which explains the category of 5-star Pokemon. And I think that's here on this on one of these other things from an early concept art for Silver. We have this other punchy Ladian-looking one, but it wasn't the Ladian that it turned out to become. So yeah. There's that. Slowbro Shell was meant to be its own Pokemon, Water type. Ampharos was Electric type in the demo, not Electric Dragon like the pamphlet said. That's right. I think that was one of the things, like, trivia-wise. Like, oh yeah, there was a pamphlet or some kind of announcement early in the day that Ampharos would be Electric Dragon, and that's kind of the callback that we have the Mega Evolution. Smoochum was meant to be pure Ice. And, I mean, I also have the sprite sheet, so some of the sprites looked a lot different. And, I mean, there they are. So this is the colored one. Like, this isn't real inside the game, I think. But I don't know how it renders out how it data mines, or if these are actually the original colors, because you did have color back in those days. But either way, we have the monochrome sprites as well. Some Flora looking wild. All kinds of unexplainable nuttiness. Like, look at Smoochum. Smoochum actually looks a lot more like a little Jinx, and still had that mad blackface going on. Jumpluffs, all these Pokemon, everything was supposed to be so much different. So much different, guys. Woo! Ho-Oh was going to be pure flying. Sunflora meant to be grass psychic. Vulpix, Tangela, Meowth, Paris, Grimer, all these were meant to have pre-evolutions. Dude, Doduo? Even Paris, Goldeen? Wow. Mr. Mime, Ponyta's pre-evolutions were coded to be normal type. Vulpix was coded as water type. Oh yeah, those are definitely errors on a beta or some kind of demo like that. Tangela, Quillfish, Farfetch were meant to evolve. So did Tangela was supposed to get pre-evolution and an evolution. Murkrow's hat was going to resemble a witch's hat even more. So yeah. White Chick, Rita, Meganium mostly explained the design. So again, it's everything coming together, all those rumors, all those whisperings of beta Pokemon, and the few things that got out and saw the light of day that survived from these archaic undocumented 1997 time. Has even more. So yeah, Noctowl, Electric Kid, Pichu, Politoed had completely different designs. And I'll break that down in the design video. But I think this kind of explains everything. So what do you guys think? Like, are you as mind blown about me as this? Because again, this is the history of Pokemon. Remember, the first and second generation, they were kind of tied together. They were supposed to be the same thing. We can see all these other Pokemon designs that, like, there's so much insight into Game Freak. It's not even what Satoshi Tajiri just released in his book. There's all kinds of other early concept beta things that have been around. You know, we have this, like, from the Capsule Monsters. That's the original Capsule Monsters. Yeah, it was before Pocket Monsters even. It was just known as Capsule Monsters, where we have these strange creatures getting ready to beat each other down, being based off of going outside and catching Pokemon. The original imaginings of Tajiri. So you could see in the corner of a picture somewhere, something really obscure, something really random. A doodle that represents a Pokemon that once was but never became. This is like an entire Pokedex of that, on top of all the other new ones, on top of all that. And I think that actually shows, once again, with the Tajiri novel, where, like, you just see all these halves of Pokemon and parts of Pokemon all over the place. I think it got more refined, because I like a lot of the designs in second generation. They took out some of the good ones, and they had, like, some really simple ones, and then just the sketchbooky looking things. It's there. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Does this change anything about Pokemon for you? If you're a history nut, if you're a trivia nut, I think you're going to be all over this. I think every Pokemon fan should be like, this is... How did this happen? How did they get their hands on this? And I'm done. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching this. Wow.